Yo, what's going on, guys? KrispyFlakes here for today's video. There's been a question that's been on my mind as of late, and that is, what if every single player in an entire NBA game just fouled out? Just like all 6 fouls, every single player. What do you do at that point? So for today's video, guys, we are going to find that out. So basically what I did is I went over here to the settings of NBA 2K19, and I put fouls at 1 per game. So basically, if you get 1 foul, you are out of there, man. So I'm going to hop into an NBA game, and I'm going to purposely make my entire team intentionally foul until everybody's fouled out to see what happens. And then what we're going to do is we are going to simulate the rest of the entire NBA season, just see how, like, stats played out, you know, with guys fouling out just after 1 foul. I thought it would be kind of interesting to see. So here we go, man. We are going to rock the Houston Rockets because, of course, we have the notorious foul man himself, James Harden, at least getting to the free throw line and stuff like that. So let's see how we can do against the Pelicans. So I have a feeling this might be, like, really, like, tedious, so I'm probably doing a lot of, like, jump cuts here and stuff like that, just so you guys don't gotta, like, watch the entire gameplay here. Here we go, man. We do get the ball first. I actually don't want this bitch-ass ball, man. I want to foul some people, so I guess I could have went, like, in for the charge. Oh, come on, man. Out of bounds. It's gonna take all day. Okay, here we go, man. Here we go. First foul, Chris Paul is out of the game, which is pretty realistic because he always kind of gets hurt anyway. So, Brandon Knight, checking in, man. Checking in. Okay, here we go. Next foul, next foul. Who's going to do it? Gerald Green. He's leaving. The green machine is gone. And we got Eric Gordon checking his for his PT, man. Number 3. Oh, James Harden. James Harden, believe it or not, guys, they do call fouls on him, too. He doesn't just get the calls. He also gets called at times. Okay, this should be player number 4 coming up soon, and he's just running away. He ran away from Clint Capella, so he's like, yo, Brandon, you're kind of a bitch ass, so I want you to foul me instead. James Ennis checking in. Okay, Clint Capella's gonna get his foul. There he goes. There he goes. Reaching at Anthony Davis. Oh my God! Austin Rivers, you were not supposed to make that. Well, there we go. he did make it. Okay, now get your ass out of there, bro. You're done. You're done for, man. You hit one Jimmy range through like that again. You sitting out. Get him, Nene. Get him, Nene. It's a big man. Oh my God! We got Defensive Player of the Year here, man. Oh my life. Yo, you better get your bitch ass. I'm not trying to win this game, man. Okay, there we go. He's gone. So I think we have 7 players fouled out. I don't know how many people are actually, like, on this current roster. So I don't know if it's gonna get to the point where people just, like, if it's just gonna be like 4 people, 3 people out there. So it says Eric Gordon substituting in. Okay, we got Danielle House in there now, man. Okay. All right, who's gonna foul next? Get him, Ennis. Get him, Ennis. Ennis is gone. It's getting to the point now where we just are out of players. Fouled out with 0 points. What a chump. What a chump, man. Ro Kit should just get rid of the sponsorship with you guys, man. You guys are trash. Okay, so wait, what's going on? He's still in the game. Ennis, get out of there, bro. You can't be playing no more, man. Is that like the official NBA rule? like, you just, if all your guys foul out, it's just good to go. Everybody gets to play. Okay, let me try this again. Maybe somebody got screwed up. Somebody foul him, man. So that was House. House fouled out. 1 personal foul, right? And where's House at? He is the small forward, still in the game for whatever reason. Okay, so that is interesting, guys. So why don't NBA teams utilize that? Like, no, seriously, guys, hear me out here, man. Put all your trash players in the game, have them all foul out, and then finally you'll get down to, like, your last 5 starter players, and then they can just never foul out. They can just play the rest of the game, right? Is Crispy onto something right here? I don't know, man. But I'm going to go ahead and simulate the season, though, because I want to see how the rest of this plays out. Okay, so I do want to do a Simcast right here against the Los Angeles Lakers. I just want to see pretty much, I guess we'll do whatever team right here, I guess. We're on the Pacers Nets. So, simulate game real quick. You want to see how, like, low scoring the game would be, or if it would just be the same type of score, because, you know, guys, when it actually foul out, 104-90, that looks pretty realistic out there. So we still have players accumulating fouls out there. So pretty much, like, if you're one of the first guys, if you guys see the foul thing over here, if you're one of the first players to foul out, then you're simply gone. If you're down to the final 5 players, it's anything goes. That's why Dougie McBuckets, he was one of the last guys to substitute it, but he has 5 fouls because it got to the point where there was no way you could, like, substitute anybody else out there, man. So we are going to simulate this season. I want to see how the player stats are affected, so simulate through date. And I figured we would talk about a few things when it comes to foul, man, because I see a lot of people complaining, saying that fouls are really bad in this NBA season, and really the last few NBA seasons. Just I don't know, man. The referees either are just calling a lot more tight out there. Maybe they were told to by whoever their boss is, and that's just how it is. So I was looking at the players that led the league in personal fouls, and it's not really anything too crazy. Like, the guy that fouls the most out there at 3.74 fouls a game is actually Jaren Jackson Jr., the rookie power forward for the Memphis Grizzlies. It makes sense because he is he's a rookie, so of course he's learning the game of basketball. Then next is actually Karl-Anthony Towns. I know he's not great at defense, but damn, dude, if Karl-Anthony Towns is not able to stop his man and is fouling that much, I think that says a lot about his value as a player. Wendell Carter also at about 3.6 a game. Russell Westbrook actually tied for third for most fouls. Then you got like Andre Drummond, Patrick Beverley, surprisingly enough. I figured, he's kind of like known for defense, so he wouldn't foul as much. And you got Julius Randle, makes sense. He's kind of one of those weird combo forward/center players, so I can see where mismatches could kind of get the best of him. Robert Covington, Markieff Morris, James Harden actually does get 3.43 fouls per game, which is 10th in the entire NBA. So now you look at guys that attempt free throws out there, and this is where we get to actually see if, the whole like superstar call theory is realistic, and it is, guys. It definitely is. If you are a big name in the NBA, you are going to get calls, plain and simple. So James Harden averages the most free throws per game at 10.23. That is outrageous. That is, I will understand. He is very crafty getting to the line, but I've seen some of the calls out there, guys. I've seen some of the calls out there. Joel Embiid at 9.79. It makes sense. He's able to like 7'1", 7'2" out there, beast. Giannis Antetokounmpo, it makes sense with his length. Just like, especially scoring a lot on the inside, he averages like 20 points per game in the paint. So, it makes sense he would get a lot of contact down there. Anthony Davis, Blake Griffin, Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard. So pretty much, James Harden is the only player, or is the only guard in the top 8. Then you get down to like Damian Lillard, DeMar DeRozan. You got Julius Randle, Zach LaVine, Kemba Walker, Danilo Gallinari, surprisingly at the 14th in the NBA for most free throws. So I don't know, guys. Do you feel like it's rigged out there? Do you feel like certain players get certain calls, or do you feel like it should be that way? There is one more game here against the Atlanta Hawks. So MVP, despite all these fouls, is DeMarcus Cousins. That means DeMarcus Cousins must foul the least in the entire NBA. And I actually don't have that stat because he hasn't played it all this season, right? So I guess in theory he does. Aaron Holiday, Rookie of the Year. Okay, 13 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. Greg Monroe, 6-man. How does a 6-man even work in this case? Because if you're a 6-man, chances are you're still fouling a lot, right? Kawhi Leonard, Defensive Player, Most Improved. Steve Kerr as Coach of the Year. All-NBA First Team, Aaron Holiday. What is going on with this, man? This is kind of trippy. All-NBA Second, D'Lo. Check Diallo. Okay, cool. Good job, Check. Get your check, baby. And then All-NBA Third with Rodions Kurak, George Niang, and James Harden. Yeah, no surprise there. All defensive team, that's fine. J.R. Smith on that. Wow, dude, I was this kind of throwing me off. As far as like the standings, Boston, New York, Brooklyn, Milwaukee, Toronto, Charlotte, Miami, Indiana. A few surprises there, but nothing too crazy. Indiana, Houston, OKC, Denver, San Antonio Clippers, and then Lakers, Utah. Let's go ahead and check out these league leaders real quick. So, league leaders on the season, Porzingis, the leading scorer out there. So, despite, only being able to foul one time, Porzingis was able to stay out there for enough each NBA game and still drop 20 points per game. That's actually pretty damn impressive. I think he should have got MVP, actually. Kawhi Leonard, 18 game. LeBron James out there. So, here's some of the other top players. And then, like I said, Aaron Holiday just all over these lists. Jalen Brunson, a beast, of course. So, let's go to, I guess, I don't want to know what to look at, man. Free throws a game? There wouldn't be a lot of them. I don't know if you can't foul that often. Fouls per game. There we go. So, okay, so it's starting to make more sense to me now, man. The reason these players are doing so dominant, like these no-names, is because, in theory, it's really hard to go an entire game without fouling. So if people are doing it every single game and it's down to the bench warmers like Check Diallo and Kuraks, chances are, man, they're playing like the whole like second half, last 3 quarters of the game. All right, okay, I'm onto this, man. I'm onto you, 2K. Let's go ahead and submit these playoffs now. I just want to see who wins. I'm very curious who's going to get Finals MVP. If it's not Aaron Holiday, it's going to be a failed video. Although I will say I do like Aaron Holiday on the Indiana Pacers. He was a solid college player. He was like a 20-point per game scorer. So I do see him becoming a pretty solid, probably never a starting point guard, but definitely a nice like backup point guard in the future. Yeah, nothing too crazy with the simulation. Toronto's still in it, so they probably win it all. Maybe Golden State, Miami Heat are gone. Nuggets are gone. Clippers gone. We got Lakers, Golden State, Toronto, Milwaukee. Nothing too surprising there. And it's going to come down to the, come on, Milwaukee, get him, man. The Milwaukee Bucks in the finals against the Golden State Warriors. Lo and behold, the Golden State Warriors still win it all. Kevin Durant, your finals MVP at 20 points per game. Here are the closeout stats for this one right there. Jacob Evans, 27, 10, and 5. 25 for Sean Livingston, but somehow Kevin Durant still gets MVP. He only played 4 minutes. Draymond Green freaking kicked somebody in the nuts, got kicked out in the first damn minute of the game. Yeah, Klay Thompson, he was one of the last 5 to not foul out, so he's got 47 minutes a game right there. All right, this is definitely a very fun video to do, very interesting concept, I would say. So thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to drop that like, subscribe if you're new to my channel, and peace out, my friends.